Let's take a look at some independent events here. The question says, find the probability of rolling a 5 on a 6-sided die and getting heads if you flip a coin at the same time. Now these two events are independent. Whether or not I get a 5 on the 6-sided die isn't going to change whether or not I get heads on the coin. They're not going to affect each other in any way. So that makes them independent. So these are independent events. D-E-N-T. They're independent events. They don't affect each other at all. Now, because they're independent events and don't affect each other, the only thing that really matters to us is how difficult it is to do each one individually. Now our chances of rolling a 5 on a 6-sided die, so roll a 5 on a 6-sided die, oops, 6-sided, not 6 equal sides, 6-sided die. Well, our chances of doing that are 1 out of 6, because there's only one 5 on a 6-sided die, so our chances are going to be 1 out of 6. Boy, am I just like drawing all silly today, aren't I? 1 out of 6, there we go. Then our chances of flipping a coin and getting heads, so getting heads is just 1 out of 2, right? But the question says, we're going to roll a 5 on a 6-sided die and get heads at the same time. So really, there's two ways this could happen. We could roll a 5 and we could get heads. But the question is, what are the chances of them happening at the same time? So I may roll a 5 on my 6-sided die once and then flip a tails, and then roll a 5 on my 6-sided die again and flip a heads. So there's really two ways I could do this out of 2 rolls. But only one of those possibilities is going to work if I can only count it when I get heads. So what I'm going to have to do is figure out what 1/6 times 1/2 is. In other words, 1/2 of the chances of these chances count. Of the ones that I could get here, only 1 out of 2 of them matter because I have to stack both of my probabilities. So the probability is going to be less than it would of either one of these individually, because they both have to occur simultaneously. So here we're going to have 1 over 1, or 1 over 6 times 1 over 2. We just multiply straight across like we would with any other fraction. And we'll get 1/12. So one time in 12 that I roll a die and flip a coin, will I not only get a 5, but I'll also get heads at the same time. Definitely slimmer than either one of those individually.